Today it is all about making the new exhaust system for the Ecoboosted Lamborghini. So let's get to it. Everything starts with a quick sketch of the system. So here we go. Got a turbo outlet flange. It's mounted on the engine. It's a 2-bolt flange. So that means we're going to need a mating 2-bolt flange. It's a 2 3/4 inch pipe. So we're going to make a 2 3/4 inch down pipe. Looks like about a 90-degree bend will work, which is nice because we can buy those parts easily. On the down pipe, we're going to have a HEGO sensor bung for the oxygen sensor. Again, it's 2 3/4. Looking through the catalogs, I was able to find some 3-inch pipes that I think will work. So I got to jump the 2 3/4 up to 3-inch. Going to do that by pretty much having a very thick wall pipe, 2 3/4 ID, 3-inch OD. So we're going to have a thick wall section of pipe there. That's going to lead into our V-band clamp. So a V-band clamp, there's 2 flanges. So there's representing our V-band clamp. The exit of the V-band clamp, to keep things square, we're just going to have a really short section of 3-inch pipe. And then we're going to go into a flex coupler, a 3-inch flex coupler, braided flex coupler. Guess we'll make it look like that. The outlet of the flex is going to again be 3 inches, but we have to essentially do a 130-degree bend on multiple angles. So we're going to do a series of pie cuts. So kind of custom-made pie cut angles. Not exactly sure the dimensions of them all. And it has to be irregular because I'm going around something on the car. I have to avoid the subframe bushings. So it's not going to be an even 6 or 7 or 8 pie cuts. There's going to be a little bit of variation so that I can have a small section of pipe and then another series, a small section of, I guess, sort of straight pipe, and then another series of pie cuts. So what turns out again to be about, I'm estimating about 130-degree bend on multiple angles. It's not going to quite be that strong, not quite 180. The inlet of the muffler is going to be at a little bit of an angle to the muffler body, an oval muffler body, grossly out of scale, but it'll work. And then we're going to have twin tailpipe tips coming out of the muffler with a typical, just a slash cut. So that's the quick sketch of the system. Let's order the parts. Closer up view of the rough sketch. Got my project board here. So we're working on step 60, which is the exhaust system. I always keep track of things as got to take them off the car, you got to design it, got to buy the parts, got to make it, you got to install it. So we just did step 60. Let's work on buying the parts, making the parts, and obviously installing them. After doing a little bit of research, found this muffler from Vibrant Performance that's going to hopefully work out just fine. Also ordered some Vibrant pipes, a Vibrant flex coupler, Vibrant HEGO Boss contoured for the pipe, and a couple hanger rods. One last item to consider is the hanger rods. So we're going to do a similar setup to here to use the stock hanger locations and hopefully the stock hangers on the Jalpa. That'll give me 2 nice hangers Should be roughly balanced since the transverse muffler is going to be similar location to this. Once I get the car running and before I start driving, I'll probably have to add a third hanger for stability. But right now I'm going to get 2 hangers. So we're going to buy some hanger rod and go from there. Here's a look straight through the Vibrant Performance transverse muffler. You can see there's a little bit of a deflector in the middle of the muffler to try to get the flow gases to go from being a side exit to being a cross car direction. Here's the results after using the chop saw without it being cleaned up. Again, trying to get about a 45-degree angle, so 3 15-degree pie cuts. And here is the deburred and cleaned up pie sections taped together. And here are the pie sections taped up. Let's see how they fit on the car. We're going to have some close clearance conditions to that subframe bushing, as well as getting to the downpipe. After a little bit of adjustment, I think we're going to settle on this type of arrangement. Got pretty good clearances all around. Should be clear to the stay bar. And again, you can see that we're now below the subframe bushing, so a little bit of heat shield, heat tape should be able to insulate that. And we should be able to align to the downpipe. Do have to get a small flex pipe in there, so it's going to be tight. And here is the exhaust in the installed location. All right, here is the section of the downpipe. Series of pie cuts. They may look irregular, but I couldn't have a constant radius bend, and so I had to fabricate up those individual sections, just doing small spot welds to tie it all together. Going to be using the MIG welder with some US forge wire that says it's good for C25 mix gas, and having some pretty good luck with it right now. All right, we're getting ready to mix the solar flux with the methanol to create a thick pasty mixture. So this is going to be used instead of back purging the stainless. So we're going to paint this onto the inside of the pipe before we weld, and that'll protect the back side of the weld. In my Hobart handler welder, we've got US Forge 308L stainless steel MIG wire. Looking at the specs online, it seems to be the only wire that is compatible with C25 gas, so that is why I bought it. So we'll be welding with C25 and that wire. We're just going to let the solar flux dry a little bit. You can see it's almost dry. Then we'll start hitting it with the MIG torch. So here it is, just wire brushed, a little bit messy. Did really small stitch welds along the bung, and then as you can see, kind of slightly longer stitch welds along the flange. Still got to clean it up, get rid of the weld splatter. You can see the inside. There's a little bit of places where the solar flux turned into that glass-like substance. I'll clean that off as well, and we'll see what it looks like. And here is the final weld. Still going to polish it up a little bit, but that's just with 120 grit sandpaper on a sanding wheel. Here's the pipe after a little bit of grinding to clean up the welds, and also you can see how the solar flux behaved on the inside of the pipe. All right, we're gonna have to trim that bracket a little bit to get it to fit. No big deal. I've got a nice coating of solar flux there, using that instead of back purging it. Here it is in the final shimmed position, just about level. Good clearance to everything. Gonna go and add some tacks to there, and then do the complete weld. There it is after the weld. Still not cleaned up, but at least we got the weld done. All right, I have it positioned exactly where I want it. I'm gonna do 3 tack welds on this side, 3 tack welds on this side, and then take the exhaust off and do the complete welds along the exhaust pipes. All right, here is the finished exhaust.